In our last 4 sessions, we discussed a letter from a man who was angry at his boss for lying to him about the terms of his employment. We began looking at his choices. First, whether he wanted to continue working for a man who had lied to him. If he did decide to stay, he had to get to a place where he could negotiate from a place of no anger, where he did not feel like a victim, or he was doomed. And we talked about how he could do that. Now, back to the writer of the letter. So, you could go into the meeting with your boss feeling loved and powerful. You cannot believe what a difference this makes. Now, the next step in building this negotiation is this. You have to decide what it will take to keep you working there. What are you worth? Remember, there's a difference between what you want and what you'll accept. Make a decision about the minimum of what it is that you'll accept to work. And you have to be prepared to leave that job if you don't get it. Calmly. If you haven't made that decision, your boss will control that meeting and he'll control you. And you'll end up feeling trapped in a job you won't like. So, a true negotiation goes like this. You try to get all you can, but if you don't get at least the minimum that you'll accept, the very least that you think you're worth, you do not work there. You're done. Otherwise, you'll hate being there. Now, to get all you can, you show him the value of the contributions that you have made while you were there as a consultant. Show him how production increased or how contracts were attracted to the company or whatever it is that increased or improved as a result of your efforts. I don't know what kind of work you do there, but surely something measurable improved while you were a consultant. You want to impress upon him how he would be wise to keep that kind of improvement going with your presence there. You would also be wise to tell him that you have additional plans to improve performance even further in other ways, and that if your salary and other benefits are continued at a level that you describe, you have every anticipation that you will be able to more than justify the company paying you the benefits and so on that you're asking for. If he then offers you less, you make a counteroffer. And at some point, you may have to make it clear that for less than a certain amount, you will simply not be able to continue your employment. No anger, no irritation, but you make it clear that you are not wavering in the slightest. If you have been a valuable contribution to the company, which doubtless you have been, or they wouldn't be converting you from a consultant to a permanent employee, they won't want to lose you. Through it all, remember that it's always about real love. Without it, we're empty and desperate. And then we feel like we have to fight for everything we want. That puts us in direct competition with everybody else who's also fighting for every available scrap of imitation love. When you feel loved enough, however, you're no longer desperate for any particular thing. You're not defensive or manipulative. And in that condition, you can have conversations about job details without stress or pressure. It's a great way to do business.